Morning, all. All right, so some news of the day for today. We're Montreal Canadiens because they kind of made big news, but now San Jose, just before I got ready to upload this. Record this and upload it. Pretty big news with San Jose. Brendan Lemieux has been offered an in-person hearing. So there's some confusion about this, the idea that he's being offered an in-person hearing. What they do is they call and say, look, we want to talk to you. Can you come down and talk to us in person? Lemieux has the right to say no. I'm not doing that. And so that then means they can suspend him for whatever they're going to suspend him for anyways. And it usually means it's going to be a long suspension. When they offer an in-person hearing, it's usually 6 games or more. There's the potential he can argue it down, but as for the biting incident on Brady Tkachuk, I'm interested to see what's going to happen with this one. Really interested to see. We'll hear about that, I would think, probably by the end of tonight. Klim Kostin, James Neal, both placed on long-term injured reserve by the St. Louis Blues, so the hits keep coming. And they've called up Logan Brown. So Logan Brown, who was picked up from the Ottawa Senators, sent down to the minors, he will now get a chance to come up and maybe win himself a spot, right? Neal's run has been lackluster so far for St. Louis. Kostin's been fine, but again, we'll see if this changes things. Once somebody comes back off long-term injury reserve, it's possible somebody's stolen their job. Scott Mellanby resigned last night as the assistant general manager of the Montreal Canadiens. So there's stuff going on. Basically, Mark Bergevin, this is his final year. He's done. So he had rumor was that he had recommended Mellanby for the job, and that Jeff Molson had informed Mellanby that he would not be promoted. Mellanby pulled himself out of the running for the Rangers job when that was available, the Penguins job when that was available, because he wanted to stay with the Canadiens. There are teams right now that might be looking for a general manager. Mellanby might be a good Canucks guy who was with the organization before, maybe Canucks, right? So anyways, Mellanby right now is out there, so Canucks. And the team's talking to Jeff Gorton. Now, Jeff Gorton, of course, was the GM of the New York Rangers, but that's not the job they're talking to him about. Rumor has it they're looking to get a president of hockey ops, and then it has to be a francophone that would be the general manager of the team. They'll get that going, but basically Gorton would act as a person to advise the general manager and to oversee everything. The more public-facing job, they know they have to have a francophone in that role. So the wheels are in motion, and we're already hearing names like Matthew Darch. Dom Foos's name is out there. Madden Jr. Luongo has been... People just throw out names, right? And Patrick Roy and Roberto Luongo's name will come up. I don't know if there's any interest from either of them in being general manager of the Montreal Canadiens, but those names will come up. Patrick Roy would be an interesting decision right there. I have to say, if they did name Patrick Roy, that would be fascinating to me. And see how that goes. But one thing with Raw, you always know how he feels, right? So that's one good thing with Raw. You always know exactly where he stands on things. He'll tell you. So yeah, a lot going on with Montreal, and it looks like they're ready to redo their front office completely. Evander Kane. So word is out now that Evander Kane and the waiver wire should be up in about 10 minutes. He's going to be placed on waivers by the San Jose Sharks. And once he clears, he'll be sent to the AHL. I can't see Evander Kane being claimed. With that contract, there's too many teams that are at the cap that might consider it. And for teams with a bunch of cap space, I don't know that they'd bring in Evander Kane. So it looks like he's going to be getting sent down to the San Jose Barracuda. Interestingly enough, I think the next game I'm seeing here locally involving the Abbotsford Canucks is the San Jose Barracuda. So that could be bizarre, right? If he was here, and of course there's been questions about his vaccination status and all that other wonderful stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if he does actually play for the Barracuda, come up. That'd be fascinating. So the storyline keeps going, and if Evander Kane ends up in the AHL, that's a step we hadn't expected. But I think for San Jose, this to me signals they're happy with the way the team's going, that there's a perception, whether it's real or it's imagined, that he disrupts the locker room, and they don't want that in there right now. So We'll see what happens. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.